what we have here is a little area we built outside of our dining room area, windows, so we could enjoy a little bit of nature while we eat. We started with the Birdbath area and raised it with a little garden surround around it with daylilies and caladiums and various other little plants and stuff, and then we expanded, putting our large container plants in the area. And we added a garden bench in the foreground. We did that originally when we first moved here 3 years ago, and this year I decided to, rather than having a container sitting flat on the ground pointing every which way, the ground was not level due to this massive oak and its roots and the swell around it. The containers were basically sitting at all kinds of crazy angles, and I built this risers to set the plants on this year to level them out somewhat. I did use a level, but I had to work around some roots so they're somewhat level. But anyway, we did that in the L-shaped for these container plants, and most of them are ones we brought with us when we moved 3 years ago, and they survived the move and several years of life here in Texas. After building the risers, I built closeout panels for the front just so it wouldn't look like a pile of concrete blocks and wood. I wanted it to look a little more attractive than that. And then we put our drip irrigation lines, the main line in behind the plants with the little runners off to each container that waters them automatically for us. All this is hooked to a timer that comes on periodically and makes it low maintenance. We don't have to get out here and spray it with a water hose and waste a lot of water. And with the drip irrigation, all the water that's used through the system goes right to the plant. There's none wasted on surrounding dirt. We even have the irrigation under the mulch and the Birdbath surround. In the background you can see the white main line that the drip irrigation is built around. We have it running off to the new container garden that my wife set up this year with containers only in that little area. And right now it's just laid on top of the mulch since we did that yesterday. We're going to bury the main line under the mulch with just the individual dripper lines coming up to the plants. Well, anyway, that's our improvement for this area so far this year. I'll detail a little bit on the irrigation system in a separate video, which is an interesting thing in itself, deserving of its own video. But anyway, I couldn't begin to name all these plants here. The tall ones in the corner are angel wings. I just couldn't name them all. I don't think my wife could name them all, but she knows more of the names than I do. But anyway, well, thanks for watching, and we'll get with you on another video on some of this other stuff.